Hey everybody, welcome to Astronaut Lounge. Today we've got um, Nicholas from Melody Money. They are a music funding platform. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and Nicholas, give yourself a brief introduction, a little bit about your background, and you decided to start this project.
Sure. Hey guys, my name is Nicholas. I'm the owner and co-founder of Melody Money. As Poppa said, we're a music crypto-based funding project. So what our goal is to fund small artists. What falls into the artist category: rappers, producers, beat makers, whatever it is. Mainly the people that need support because it's expensive out there regarding creating content, especially music-based stuff. So we're kind of here to fill that gap and we're combining Web3 with that, and that's where my expertise comes in. I'm a software engineer. I've been a software engineer since like 2016. Just regarding like normal stuff, Web2 development. But later on, when crypto caught the eyes of like many, it did caught my eyes as well, and I did some more research regarding Solidity, and I'm the developer for this project. Got a lot of experience from the past few years, and I'm here to use it for this project. I can pretty much create anything there is. I am open to feedback always regarding growing this project. If the community votes for anything they want, we can create that. Yeah, that's pretty much the introduction.
Perfect. So, do you have anybody on the team that has a background in any artists? Anybody
Yeah,
that you're working with currently?
yes, it's my co-founder Aurelius. He's a producer himself, and he knows how hard it is regarding getting stuff done in the music business. Like samples, for example, they cost a lot of money, man. The cheapest you can find is like $50. They can go up to $1,500. They can even go up to 15,000, depending on the popularity. And that's only regarding sampling music, and we're not even talking about studios, about getting beats, getting the right software for your music production. And yeah, he did a lot of research regarding today's what is happening like between like the big people. So the people that have money, that have labels supporting them, and what is happening with the small artists, they're being left out. And we wanted to, kind of create a community that can help each other. Or actually, we can help them regarding funds, but, we can also connect them. They can help each other. They can connect through Melody Money. This is something that we're also planning in the future, partnering with other bigger communities that are music based, and that we can kind of create an entire ecosystem through us and the artists themselves, into the Web3 sphere. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Have you thought of partnerships with somebody like Chuki or something like that? They have their music platform as well.
We're definitely open for like partnering with a lot of communities, or just as you mentioned, them. That they are something also worth considering. Right now, we are talking with a pretty big EDM based coin. They're a big project that are also supporting like festivals and stuff like that. Like concerts. And we're kind of looking to combine something with them, because they also offer help to like artists, not funding based, but like knowledge based. So we're looking to kind of fuse something together, like a package from us and a package from them. And we can kind of assist each other regarding, what can we bring to the table, what can they bring to the table. And we're looking to promote each other to our communities. And of course, later on when we grow, we expand, we get more artists in, because Aurelius, as an example, he has a lot of artists that he's connected with, and they are like a majority of them is down to partner with us. Soon we'll drop the announcement regarding our first 5 partners. So with that, I mean the artists. We'll have 3 different partnerships. So we'll have artist partnerships, we'll have our community partnerships, and development-based strategic partnerships. So with groups that can, for example, help with Web3 development if that is needed, or something that can assist us, and something where we can assist them with. So it's everything is going to be categorized, and a lot of things are already happening in the background and are just not announced yet. That's the only thing.
Awesome. So let's just touch on the token side real quick. Like when did you launch? At what market cap, liquidity? Your total supply.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay. So yeah, our tokenomics, it's a 3% tax-based token. So we have 1% that goes for the buybacks. Those buybacks are manual, so we basically use them when we think it's the best, scenario to use the buyback, not like automatic, because if you do like automatic buyback, sometimes everything can get splurged. It's not very smart. Also with ETH, you have the fees and stuff, which is also a thing. Marketing 1% and 1% for the funding pool. That funding pool is for the artists. So, how we've categorized on our website regarding how much they get paid. I'll actually go to that real quick. If I know where it is, let me check real quick. I think it was somewhere down here. Let's see.
Lost it.
Yeah, I lost. Wait, one sec. Oh, here it is. The tier system explained. So basically, how we're going to fund the artist is based on our tiers. So regarding our market cap, in what category are we in? Are we a nano or are we a mega, for example? We have 5 different ones, and based on those 5 different categories, they will get funded less or more, depending on in which category you fall in. For now, I think we're in the micro cap. If I'm correct, we are at the 17K market cap, which means we are in the micro tier, which means artists get a minimum of $70 to $180 funding if they apply, and if they go through our entire process, which you can find back in our white paper. That's where the funding pool comes in. When did we launch? We launched 6th of February. So we had a little spike, we had some bots in there that got in quick, and you're always going to have this type of chart pattern, or you need to have unlimited funds, but we have a pretty thick liquidity pool, as you can see, compared to our market cap. So it's good for expansion, for getting some bigger people in here.
Actually, let's touch on that liquidity real quick. So your liquidity is about 14K right now, correct?
Yeah, as I can see here, 15K. That's totally diluted. So 14K
on a 17K market cap. That's going to be very hard to move that chart. I could drop 10 ETH and you might go up a couple K.
Regarding these spikes that we had, like we went to 60K over here. The liquidity pool that we had right then was, if I remember correctly, we had around 23,000. So 24,000, we had a 60K market cap. So let's say you drop the 10 ETH. Sorry?
So about 33% liquidity at a 60K market cap.
Yeah, something like that. So if we were to have around, let's say, 100,000 in the liquidity pool, I think we'd have around perhaps two mil market cap, if I am correct with the increasement. Yeah, around that. Maybe a little bit less, maybe around 1.7 million, 1.8 million. I don't know the exact numbers right now at the top of my head. But you could move the chart, if you got some big boys joining in. But also, this is a lot nicer regarding, if you were to take, if you were to scale throughout our project, we are not like something where if you throw $500 in or $1,000 in, we're not going to spike like times 10. It's not really that attractive for many investors because your funds get based on one person, perhaps. It's not that nice if you it's too volatile. That's why we decided to go with a thicker liquidity pool. My the initial ETH was two Ethereum, which I added to the liquidity pool. It's thicker than most. Most perhaps do 1 Ethereum or 1.5 Ethereum for the start, but we decided with make it thicker from the start, which was the 2 Ethereum. Yeah.
So I did notice a couple things. Did you fund multiple wallets with a Disperse app?
Yes.
Around launch.
Yes.
And so those wallets, they sold on the chart, obviously.
Yeah.
And those funds went to Binance. And also some funds from the deployer, went to that same wallet and going to Binance. What is that for?
Basically, that was for the chart. So I had an initial amount of ETH that I was going to use for the project. So basically, most I've used at the start to create some resistance, to try to see where are we, when are people going to sell. The sell-off is going to happen eventually. Let's see, where can I support the chart with? And some funds we needed for like promotion and stuff like that, AMAs. Let's say, for example, this AMA, some other stuff that we're working on in the background. We had the funding pool also for the artists. That's where a certain amount of ETH goes to also. And the majority was to get, the numbers for the holders, that increases our holder stat also. And it is something that will remain as it is, not like a certain percentage will be kept by us for, let's say, our staking, which we are going to introduce soon. So the tokens will be used for that. Also from our wallet, which is, let's see one second.
Well, let me just ask. So, the funds that were generated by, basically sniping the chart, those funds that were generated and they're going to be used for the project, why are they not kept on chain? Why were they sent out to Binance?
We had 3 Ethereum that was generated from this will happen, but we spent, I think it was 2.5 Ethereum for marketing in the beginning. So those funds were already given to to callers, to try and get into bigger communities, and the remaining 0.5 Ethereum was spent on supporting the chart. Later on, I added my own funds, so that was my personal 1 Ethereum that I added, which was mine, not included into the project, but I used that for supporting the chart, creating some volume. I think like 0.6 Ethereum was left over. Later on, we had checked how is the chart going to develop. Some funds were sent to Binance to create that pool, keep that pool for in case other people come. So artists in this case. Later on, that is used for funds also to what was it again? For marketing, basically for marketing. That's it. And you asked, wait, what did you ask? Why it's not kept on chain, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, that initial 1 ETH wasn't meant for it wasn't something that was generated by our volume. That was already put back into the chart and for marketing. The 3 Ethereum, sorry. But the 1 Ethereum was actually my own funds, which I've used, repeatedly in the background.
Okay. So you were
which
just
is
you're recouping your funds.
Yeah, recouping my funds, I guess you can say that, but those funds, that 1 Ethereum is for the artists, which I'm keeping on Binance. It is for safety precautions also. So it's not only the wallet, why is it on the chain? It doesn't matter where it is, to be honest. It doesn't really matter where it is, or it's in my wallet on Binance, or it is on the chain.
If it's for the artists and you have 1% of the tax going to that fund, I'd say keeping it on chain would be best for the project.
We can do that. That is no problem
full transparency.
Whatsoever. Sure.
Because that is the investor's money, and they want to know what's happening with it.
Yeah, gotcha, Papa. But Papa, let me be clear. The 3% in the beginning was used. The entire 3% was used for marketing and buybacks. Just so you know that. I forgot to mention that. So the entire 3%, which we generated from the volume, everything has pretty much been used. So for marketing that is happening in the background, that is ongoing. Sorry, to how we've developed this chart. So everything has been used, but the 1 Ethereum, it was my own funds, which I've separated for the artists. Why did I put it on the chain, on this wallet? It was so that, because we didn't have any more money for volume creation and stuff like this from the token itself, because we're a low tax coin, I use my own funds to create a little bit of momentum here. And that's all it is. Okay. But I've separated those funds, my own funds, I've separated it for the artists, because we've done a lot of partnerships, and I'm already counting and checking each one, because those funds are going to be transferred to real cash, and that's real. Or they're gonna not. The artists aren't going to receive crypto. They are going to receive real, like from to a Cash App or whatever it is. But I can't give them like Ethereum or whatever stuff like that, because not every single artist knows Web3. They're not really good with handling crypto in general. So what we do is we give them real cash, and I can't really do that from the chain, like directly. Easy, I can PayPal them or whatever, but later on, all that is going to be proven, if that is the issue here, but they will, of course, get funded.
Yeah, of course. And I think, as long as it's money coming from tax, I know, you said the 3% was initially all going to marketing and buybacks, but percent of that is supposed to be going towards funding these artists. So but the best way to keep it transparent, would probably be best for the investors.
In the beginning, we've already said, like, while we were in our community, we'll use our current funds for marketing and buyback, blah blah, and it was pretty hot back then in our main chat, but later on we stopped with that because we want to stabilize the chart. Let's leave it. Let's see what is happening. Let's focus on what we can do with what we have remaining. And I was thinking about let's keep doing this as we've done till now. We haven't taken a single penny out for like anything else. Like, all the money that has been generated is on the chain, so nothing has been removed to my Binance or to our Binance that isn't our own funds. So basically, what I've done is use the funds to try and use it some more for the people. But there's always the 1% pool that even if I have to fund it myself, I will. That is not an issue whatsoever.
Okay. So let's talk about the funding, and how do these artists fund you, and how do they apply for the funding?
Okay, so how do they apply? Yeah,
and if they do get funded, how is that decided on?
Mhm.
Whether or not they were funded, and is there any repayment or any benefit to the token holders providing
Yeah,
these funds?
gotcha. Okay, so basically, where can they fund? They can go to our section funding on our website. They can click on this button here, and they go to our form where they have to prove a lot of stuff, which you can find back uh, into our white paper. Yeah, so actually, I think it's in the tier system. Aurelius has made this very, very difficult. I can't explain it in short, like on what they have to do. Either way, they have we've categorized everything from like all the questions for like Spotify, YouTube. Are they a real, artists? Because we don't just want to, we don't want to fund fake artists. We don't want someone to join. They're going to fill out the form. Bam, they're going to receive funds. It's not how it works. They need to verify a lot of stuff, and we've explained everything in details over here. The maximum score that they can get is 109 points. The minimal score is 65 points. And, we've gone over this, like, are you signed? Are you not signed? What are your average YouTube views? What are your subscribers? How long ago did you launch as an artist? There's a lot of things that we're keeping in our minds on if the artist is eligible or not. Here we have explained how do you export your data. So there, of course, if they are on all these platforms, how do they get those stats that we are looking for? And they get redirected to everything. We're helping them through the entire process of submitting forms.
Okay. And so is there any repayment from these artists?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Repayment. So basically, if they apply for funding in the first round, let's say the same artist wants to reapply for the second round, they are going to be, it will be, available to them. The only thing is that if new people come in the second round, they are going to have the priority, the new ones, So we'll first go with those, we'll verify them first, and if artists come in the second round, they that were already in the first, they are eligible to receiving second payment. Regarding
repayment, I mean repayment of the funding from the artist. Or is this just like a donation? Is this like a music charity?
So it's a funding pool. It is separated to that pool that goes for the artists, which is not touched. It is only for them. There's no like reflection. It doesn't turn into a reflection afterwards. The 1%, it stays as it is. It gets it's given to them, and it's always going to be visible for everyone on how much there is. We currently have one wallet, but we can always update on how much of the funds actually go to, how much of the funds go where. That's what I want to say.
Okay, so those funds, once they go to the artist, they are never coming back.
Yeah, so they are for them. So those artists can use it for whatever they need. If they need a studio, if they need beats, if they need licenses, whatever it is, they can use that money for them, for their music career, basically, or whatever they are doing.
And then, potentially these artists are supposed to go out and, create content and generate some revenue from having, the ability to do that with these funds.
Yeah, they can. And next to that, what also happens, with
this is just a gift. So this is just a gift from the project to these artists.
So it's a gift, but what we get in return is they spread the word about Melody Money. So what do we get in return? We get exposure and impressions, They promote us on their socials. Later on, we're going to have merchandise also, which I'll personally fund myself, and we will send that to them. They will promote us. we will get more traffic going towards us. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to try and search for specific, routes where we can get the most people into our communities, like Web3 based people, not only like general impressions that don't do us much, but like specific targeting. So basically, it's not just only funding to the artists, helping them, but it's also getting exposure. So basically, it's also a form of marketing, you can say, yeah.
Okay. No, I mean that definitely makes sense. I was just wondering, if there was any benefit coming back into the
of course, because when you do that, if they have if they have a group of friends, and if they have a community, their own music based community, if they spread the word and that word gets spread, it's like a spider web. It keeps expanding and expanding, and it branches out, and that's what we actually want to create. And we can create that. We already have the artists which have connections themselves, and we want to spread this as much as we can. And the funds, regarding funding, I can take my own funds, because I actually want. Of course, it is my own project. It is something that I wanna fuel this. This is something not just created on a whim. It is created something that can do actually. It can give a spark. It can give a spark in the Web3 music communities, which hasn't been done yet. And the music isn't that hot of a topic. So why not try and be the first to do that in the Ethereum space?
Yeah, 100%, man. I see where you're coming from. So what benefits do token holders have? I know you said you were accumulating tokens for the staking pools. When do you think those are going to be out? What are the APYs going to be?
So our staking. We already have the tokens, which we've already accumulated. The APY will be 50%. You can leave the staking at any point you want. So we're going to have 0% tax withdrawals. It's not going to impact you like 10 or 15 or 20, whatever percent of emergency withdrawals. You can join whenever you want. You can leave whenever you want. You will, of course, get a 50% APY once we release our staking interface. For now, we're waiting a little bit to get some more people in our community, and then we'll throw it live. I'm working on a lot of different things in the background. Not only our staking platform. I'm working on AI. I'm working on debt-related things, and also regarding marketing. I'm speaking regarding partnerships with. Not the artists, that is what our relative is doing. He's talking with them regarding partnerships and stuff like that. But I, on the other hand, am talking with other groups and communities where we can get something, together. And the staking, when do we want to launch that? Perhaps next week, somewhere at the end of the next week, if not at the end of next week, depending on how much traffic we get going. We can definitely put the foot on the gas and get it live.
Perfect. So you said something about the AI, and I saw you guys, are going to have a bot. What is that bot going to do?
We already have a bot. So basically, I don't know when it was again. There we go. It was, I think, in the beginning of the first few weeks, I saw that AI was really hot. A lot of groups have AI. It's the entire hype that is going around, and I was thinking, why not speed up the process? Why not create our AI right now? So I threw a community poll. I asked them, do you guys want an AI? Do you want our own, which we can use in the group for advertisement for the artists, what can we do with it? They can generate image art for their album covers or whatever they need it for. They can create lyrics. They can create, it can basically do anything they want. So I created that bot. I worked as fast as I could. I threw it live, and the people got what they want. The community, I do everything based on the community. If they want this first instead of this, we have the roadmap over here regarding everything, but I'm gonna listen to the community. Do you guys want something from phase 3 or phase 4 instead of the stuff from phase 2? We can always shuffle things around where we can adapt. That is the main thing. We can adapt. So that's why I always say feedback is always appreciated. And that's something regarding our AI. It is something that we plan to do later on, adding AI, as you can see here. We did it sooner.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's definitely good to take suggestions from the community and poll the community and see what they want. So what what other future developments do you plan on as far as expanding the AI? Is it going to be? Are you going to be able to implement it in other chats?
That's for sure.
Able to use the service?
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Will there be revenue coming in from that as well?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna try and explain it as short as possible. Basically, the AI, you can let it generate images, and you can ask it any question you want. It's gonna give you a good response. How are we going to improve it? Images are going to be higher quality. So higher quality images, better responses. Next to that, we're going to implement the song feature, so you can download any songs you want. I've also looked into letting the AI generate samples, which is not something that is done in depth that much, but it is a possibility. I will do that based on if the people want that, of course. And regarding advertisements and revenue, if it gets into a lot of music communities, that's our goal, by the way, regarding our AI, is to get into music communities where people can use it actively as their own version, of the AI. That's basically our category where we want to fall in. On that bot, on each use, we're going to promote or the artists during the 24-hour time. We're going to promote our group. And if people want to do a paid advertisement, they can. It will be shown as a link below each use. So we'll generate income from that. That income will go depending on where the community wants it to go, or if we deem that we need to put some more into the chart or into whatever is needed at that time. We'll adapt to the situation.
Yeah, definitely. So, to keep the staking pool sustainable, I think, that extra revenue should, probably be used to fund that, for buybacks and to build the staking pool.
Agreed.
Since there's no tax going in or out, you definitely got to do something to keep that.
Agreed. Definitely. Yeah.
All right, awesome. So what outside marketing, have you done any like off the wall, out of the box marketing that isn't normally seen in a young project, or has mainly usually just been in TG or Discord?
No. We're focusing a little bit. We're trying a different route because, as you know, like the call channels aren't doing what they used to do. Back in the day, it's not the same effect that they used to have once. So Aurelius, my co-founder, he is a marketing specialist. That is his real life job. And what we are trying right now and what we're looking into is promoting Melody Money on other platforms like socials, so Facebooks, YouTube, IG, TikTok, stuff like that. Of course, Twitter is our main priority right now regarding getting impressions, getting the traffic going towards us. And we're poking the water regarding what can we do, what can't we do. And we're getting some good results regarding impressions. Like 2 days ago, we tried something different, and we had a spike of like 10,000 impressions only for that day, and it was very minimum regarding what we did. And if we can find that sweet spot and it's going well, that's what we're going to focus on. That's going to be our target until it doesn't work anymore. And that's only regarding socials that I'm talking about right now. But regarding getting the word out there, we also have some other stuff that we're doing also through the artists, also through private groups and private people, that can connect to other audiences. We're kind of pulling all the strings, but we're not pulling them that it's going to break. We're pulling them with ease, with consideration that we want to do everything at a steady pace. We don't want everything to go hyper focused, hyper this and that. That's not how you have something that is sustainable, in the long run.
Right. Yeah, you run out of ammo.
Exactly. That's the main thing. You have to use it wisely.
Yeah, definitely. Have you thought about, I know you said these artists that are, getting the funding are going to be, kind of promoting you guys. Have you thought about having as a requirement, if they are, music creator, to make a track, just basically like a melody money track, and that they can.
We can do that in a heartbeat. We can do that in a heartbeat, like right now. If you would want that, we can do that. A lot of the artists that we're speaking with, they're down to earth. They are open to listen to us. They are open to create something together. And like as I said, Aurelis is a producer also, as his side job, and he could create something with each artist. If, for example, let's say in the first week we have 5 to 10 artists. Let them all have some input on the Melody Money track. They can do that. That's no problem.
Yeah, I think that would that would be awesome. Go a long way for promotion. And
for sure, man. Actually, I'll write this down. Let me write this down.
Wouldn't obviously it wouldn't even really cost you anything because they're already getting funding. So this is free promotion that you can put on socials. And
thanks for the recommendation. We haven't thought about that, but it's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, man, no problem. And the more socials you have, the better. Especially like in the crypto space. There are crypto-centric platforms like CoinMerge.io that you can create a free profile, get verified on. And have an actual community space on there too.
All right.
And they've got CoinMerge Radio coming out soon that you can also get on and maybe have some of the artists with the Melody Money track on there.
Let me write this down. These are great suggestions.
And as far as the partnerships go, like I said, there's Chuki. They've got a music platform, and they're all, basically unknown up-and-coming artists. So that's something you could look into as far as working with them.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll do it down. Okay, there we go. Chuki. Okay. Yeah, man, these are great suggestions, and this is what I love. This is why I do AMAs. I want to get different perspectives from different people, because there are always people who are gonna know more things than you. We know our own things. Other people know other things, and if we can combine, for example, what you've told me right now, or we're 4 different things actually on which we can work on. And,
I know a lot of people in the EDM space as well, so
good.
one of my closest friends is a DJ, and he does all the festivals like Lost Lands and down in Miami and all over the place. So
Nice, man. We'll actually talk in private chat regarding that.
no problem.
Alrighty, perfect.
So let me just go ahead and open it up real quick, see if anybody here has any questions. I'm sure there might be a couple.
Papa.
Hey, Paul.
Hello. I just want to ask something, just to clarify something that was said right at the start about supporting the chart and the funds for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just having a nosy there around the deployer and the wallets linked via the disperse and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see the deployer has been used directly to do buys and sells, obviously to try and provide some sort of volume and activity on the chart.
Yeah.
And then you've already got numerous wallets that were funded from the deployer and so on that were buying into it. But the thing is, if you look at them wallets, from quickly scanning, it doesn't look like they've got in and got out even. It looks like they've made profit, and that the whole amount has been transferred out. So
regarding which
transaction, well, there's loads of them. There's tons of them. The main ones is the wallets that were done for disperse right at the start. So it wasn't the funds were transferred and they bought the chart straight away.
So you're talking regarding these ones, or?
Sorry, I'm on my phone. Just have a look.
Because, for example, these ones we bought in, for example, with like 0.8 ETH, and then we sell 0.77 ETH. So we keep like 0.03 into the chart, which we don't remove. So basically, we target for this little upbringing over here, and then afterwards we had that sideways thing going. Some people sold off, and we kept it as it was. Yeah.
Right. That's it. I'm actually looking at on the ETH Explorer website. Not using whatever it is you're using there.
This is just
Poppa said, you've traded with multiple wallets on the chart. Yeah. And then funds have been transferred out to Binance. So I was just thinking, like, when you've done that and you've transferred this funds out and, so much funds aren't in project wallets and people can't see it because it's on a Binance hot wallet and it's gone in and out with the chart and then it's gone back out of Binance.
Yeah.
Before starting that, especially at the start of the project, did it not ring bells for you to say, hang on, this is going to look very bad if someone looks at this on chain, that I've put money in, bought, sold, transferred the money back out again, it's never seen again?
So basically, all the funds which have been generated are used for the chart. So nothing has been, no profit has been made on that, like on the trading itself. And the remaining funds which I put in for supporting the chart and supporting volume and stuff, I haven't made a single penny. I've spent thousands and thousands just on supporting it. There's no there hasn't been any edgy stuff that is that we've transferred funds via a separate wallet or whatever that hasn't been via the main deployer. You can check everything from that main deployer, because everything is connected to that wallet, for example, last we dispersed three. I'm gonna show you this actually. We dispersed 3 million tokens to 3 different wallets. This was because we wanted to keep the deployer wallet below 5%, which is it looks better for the people, and those tokens will stay for staking later on, the 3%. It is not that is on different wallets to be sold or whatever. It is out there. It is on the chain. You can find it. You can see it. Nothing. There's no penny being made left and right or whatever. Everything that has been made goes back into the chart, or it gets kept for, let's say, whatever it is, artist pool or what we do. Let's say we pay other people for marketing, or we fund, let's say, our marketing campaigns. So stuff like that.
Right. Now, what I was saying though is before you've done this, when you've looked at how you're going to support it, and you've done it from a deployer, and you've dispersed tokens to wallets, you've dispersed ETH to wallets to buy the chart and things, and as you say, you've put your own money in, you've moved it back off chain, and you've took some tax money and moved it off chain. When you've been doing this, did it not sort of ring to you, hang on, this is, if someone looks on chain, because I say I was having a look myself and I'm thinking, hang on, alarm bells are ringing here that money's been siphoned off to an exchange from wallets that were fed through the deployer.
Okay. I don't know how negative it is if money gets transferred to like Binance and back. Perhaps it looks shady.
From experience, very.
Okay. So for the future, you're saying keep the funds on the chain.
It should always stay in a project wallet, like be it a deployer or a wallet that's marked as the marketing funds wallet. There should always be separate wallets on your project contract for it. So yeah, that was obviously picking up on what Poppa said about the transparency. And the other thing I was looking at when I was on chain is with regards to obviously your holders and activity. So your trading activity it's virtually zero. There isn't a lot of holders on there. So what are you doing to actually pick that up? You've mentioned you're talking to different projects about partnering and things like that. But one of everyone knows, like, one of the critical things when you first launch is to, get that activity and get the interest there. Otherwise it can be a death kiss, especially if these like gifts you're giving, they don't bring in a financial benefit to the token. So it needs to have something coming in and continuous activity for people to buy in. So what are you doing to address that?
Yeah, so for now, basically, we've looked on where are we, where is it becoming stagnant, where are people stopping the trades, the buyings, the sell-offs, and stuff like that. Right now, as you said, not a lot of activities going on. Basically, we only had in the past day, we've had 3-4 buys from different wallets, different investors. Our main thing is to see on what's regarding marketing, let's say marketing in this case, what brings us actual investors and what brings us impressions, do the impressions that we create, the targeting, the traffic that we create to our website, does that actually bring investors, like money into the chart? Does it do that or doesn't it? What we've noticed is that some of the stuff we've done hasn't worked that's great for getting investors directly. So we've separated our focus on other stuff. And what we want to do is create deals with other groups and other communities where X amount of funds go towards our chart, So basically the deals that we're going to make into the future, if you hold a certain amount of this, let's say the token that we've partnered up with, you need to also hold a certain amount of, let's say, Melody money in this case. So you will have to create a need for people to buy it in, buy our token, because the utility will be there to give you access to other features. It will not be like hold 50 tokens or whatever. It's going to be hold this amount of dollars in Melody money, and then you can do this and that, So we'll try and create a need, but it's right now the main thing is targeting what is the best route to take for that, for the exact reason what you said, it can be a death kiss, if there's no need, people are not going to buy it. But we're a very early project, so we can expand, we can go very different routes, It's only about getting the feedback and where do we want to expand to get those people, to get actual investors. And of course, we're gonna have our own funds, which we're gonna use to support the chart in the longer terms. Yeah.
Actually, you can bring that back to the usage of the bot. People can buy and pay for the use in tokens, and then those tokens can go into the staking pools.
For the bot, let me write that down. Okay.
So somebody had an interesting question here in chat. He said, incorporating both staking and music ranking, can investors use the Melody Money tokens to lock and mine their favorite music works to obtain corresponding mining? I don't understand this. Corresponding mining rewards, and can they predict the rise and fall of music rankings and get additional rewards. I don't see
I'll be
where
very honest.
music rankings are coming in to the
Yeah.
platform. So
Yeah, the staking and the music rankings, I don't know how they are connected, so I can't really give you an answer on that. Sorry for that, Ryan. If you want to put money in my music. And the
Okay,
second
Ryan,
question also.
I think you're confused there. The platform isn't going to actually have music on it. It's a funding platform for musicians.
Yeah.
And how can we get an NFT? Well, we haven't spoken about any NFTs. So
Yeah, that is the NFTs
do
are
you plan on
something.
having some
Yeah,
NFTs?
we do. It is NFTs are going to be for the future, because right now it's not really something we're focusing on. As we said, the past few things, what we want to do and how we want to expand to that. Later on, the NFTs are going to be a different thing that we're going to incorporate. Also, with community votes, what they want, what they don't want. Yeah, basically that.
I have
Okay,
a
so
question. Oh, sorry, Papa.
Roller Girl, go for it.
Okay, so hey, when
Hey,
did the token launch?
the
Sorry
6th
if
of
I missed that
February.
part. Okay, and how many artists do you have applying for the gift?
So we've had three artists apply. We already have like dozens of artists that are already talking with us regarding partnerships. We've already secured 5 of them, that's for sure, regarding our first rollout. And we're talking with some bigger ones, so like big artists. But regarding creating a deal with them, it's a little bit hard. They have their managers and stuff like that. So we're looking to create, a deal that will benefit us the most.
What do you mean by deal? That's what I'm confused about, because looking at your website, it looks like they apply and they can get between $60 and $300 to go towards helping them fund their music.
Yeah, that's for the people that that want to submit for funding. So basically only that. But next to that, there's also them promoting us on their socials and stuff like that, for the people that want, of course, and the ones that are partnered with
you're
us.
Just buying marketing in a roundabout way.
So that funding to them,
towards music funding isn't really going to go that far.
Sorry, could you repeat that last part?
Yeah, $300 to fund an artist, if they get the maximum, isn't really going to go that far. Like a studio time or whatever is quite costly.
It is quite costly.
Are you basically just giving them $300 for them to market you?
No. It's the way you're saying this is, the $300, they are using it for whatever they need. Like if it is samples that they want to buy or beats that they want to buy, they can use that $300 for.
$300 doesn't go very far. That's what I'm saying.
But what they can do is they can come into our other rounds and they can reapply. They can reapply. It is not a one-time thing, Roller Girl.
Okay, and how do you plan on getting volume for this? Like, I don't understand the point of why I would buy this token. How would I get my return of investment back?
So basically, as each token, which we invest on, there's a lot of tokens out there that make no sense whatsoever. You join them, you get 0 utilities, and they go a long way. And if we can bring the exposure, which we're going to focus on, of course, and bring in investors, the chart will rise throughout the
Have you ever launched a project before? Sorry,
not really.
Your first one?
Yeah, this is the first one on Ethereum. Yeah, and next to that, I've helped with other projects left and right. I've also
So you're aware
done.
how difficult it is to get a project to launch and be successful?
It can definitely be difficult, to launch a project and make it successful. But if you know how to use your cards wisely, I know how we can push this. We're currently only at the 15k market cap, which is not that high. If you look at other music-based projects or just projects in general.
Okay.
If we can create that need for our token, which we're gonna introduce later on,
That's
you're gonna have staking, you're going to have other utility-based things.
Yeah, the need. Like, I don't understand the need. So I buy your token, but why am I buying it?
You can, if you have our tokens, you can stake our tokens, get more tokens. That is for the first part, which we're going to introduce.
But why wouldn't I just go to somewhere else and stake my token in a token or a project that has way more volume?
You can do that. But you don't know how things are going to develop. We're very small right now. Those projects where you go, they have a lot of volume. This and that is happening. Everything has their highs, their lows, but we're currently on the low. We're very low, It might be more attractive for you to join us at this point in time, and later on, while the gas picks up, you will perhaps gain more in the longer run, as each project.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for your answers.
Yeah, thanks for the questions. Appreciate it.
All right. So, I think basically the question was, what's the benefit to holding the token? And, you have stated that you do plan on having some revenue streams coming in to do, buybacks and fill the staking pools. Have you thought about, selling ad space on the website for these artists as well? There's all kinds of different ways you can generate revenue to go back into the token.
Yeah, ad space on the website, we can do that. What we are going to do also is we're going to partner with Beat Store, so a website where you can buy beats, and you will have to use or you can use Melody Money, a certain amount of Melody Money to buy those beats. There are going to be like a 50% sale. And if you're an artist, the artists that we have, they can go on there. They can buy with Melody Money the funds that, for example, we give them. And we can kind of like create a little circle. We're going to have plugins also. Those plugins, how can you get them? You can get them if you have Melody Money, if you have our token.
Okay. And, all right. So I think that's kind of answering your question there. There is a use case for the token that can generate the volume. These people are, they're getting funded, but in turn, they can also get a discount by buying the token and using it to buy their beats or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, and of course, what we're going to introduce also, I forgot to tell Roller Girl, we are going to have we already have a few studios that we're talking with in London. For the people that are going to be based in London, mostly our artists over there are the ones that the first round of artists, that we are going to partner up with are based in London. We're going to connect them with the studios that we have created deals with, which they can, rent and whatever they need. Their needs. They can create songs there, whatever it is. But a portion of that income from those studios we will receive because we have redirected them towards there. And what do we do with that money? That money is for us, for Melody Money. It is for funding the project,
Does anybody else have any?
What do you have right now? Sorry, I know you guys are just early. What's your liquidity pool at right now?
Our liquidity pool is at 15,000 or 14,000. Sorry.
Market cap or liquidity?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. The market cap is
market
at 17. Yeah, the market cap's at 17K,
the
and
market cap
the liquidity
liquidity
pool.
ratio right now is very very thick. It's about like 95%. So it's
Okay.
yeah, it's super thick.
Yeah,
That was
right.
one concern
At
I
this point,
had,
yeah.
earlier on.
Yeah.
Very cool. I wish you guys best of luck. Sounds interesting.
Thanks.
Yeah. So is there? I mean, do you have any plans to maybe try and thin out that liquidity, just temporarily, until you can get to a higher market cap?
Our
Because
liquidity is currently locked, like for 4 months. We can perhaps before that we can maybe. What I'm thinking of right now, the fastest solutions that we can do is perhaps migrate to a new contract. People would submit their tokens for a one-on-one, but we actually can't do that if the liquidity ratio is different. I don't know what is on the top of my mind right now, but for now we're keeping it at what it is. But we could perhaps figure something out regarding, getting those multipliers. It's definitely something to look into.
yeah,
But yeah,
because
yeah,
really, really a healthy liquidity should be, around, I'd say 20% max.
Yeah.
That's for, so, and even at 20%, man, it's not that easy to move the chart. I know you want stability, but initially, getting people to buy in, it's great that, they've got all the liquidity in the world that they can, they have no issues selling, but at the same time, they still want to see the price or the price of the token rise as well.
Yeah, understood. But yeah, the thing is, with us, if let's say the last rally, it went on times at 2, but that was only like, I think 0.3 ETH difference. So right now it looks like it's super thick, but even if in this case 0.25 ETH got added, and we jumped from like 13K. In this case, it can be, if there's a certain amount of funds that we secure for the buybacks, through the revenue streams which we're going to create, we can spike up the chart. That's for sure. Get it headed into the right direction. And once the volume picks up, with what we're going to focus on, of course, we can keep the thickness of our liquidity pool. We can do that.
Okay.
But I understand that what you're saying, definitely. Perhaps looking into migrating this to a new contract, and perhaps making the liquidity
I
a
was
little
just
bit.
trying to think if there was any way to do that without migrating. Migration is a pain. And like you said, the liquidity is locked, so you would have to have everybody send their tokens in, and then drain, sell the tokens, drain the liquidity. It's just it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Understood.
So, if there was any way. Go ahead.
I have okay, so everybody that knows me knows that I like the personal touch to projects that I invest in or potentially invest in. Because everybody has staking, everybody has NFTs. I want to know the person behind the project. And for me, that's what makes it different. So tell me, what motivates you? Why are you making this project? I want to know something personal about you. I like to invest in the team, not just all business.
Yeah. So Aurelius is a musician himself, a producer. And basically why we made this project was based on our expertise our experiences, and I guess expertise for my part. Then I'm a software engineer, he's a producer, and we thought, like, we're IRL friends, by the way, just so everyone knows, we're IRL friends, and we thought about, like, why not create something, that can help other artists, but it can also integrate some new tech, and I love to learn stuff. I love to expand my knowledge. I love to, I love feedback. Like whatever everyone is saying in here, I'm writing everything down. I want to learn new stuff. I want to create new stuff. Perhaps maybe it's stuff that I don't know already. Perhaps there is stuff that I already know, but I haven't incorporated it with the music part from Aurelius. And, we actually want to create not just a meme token or whatever everyone is creating these days. They're making it based on pure, I don't know, nothing. They're making it on nothing, based on nothing, on creating profits. That's it.
Okay, so music is your passion and you love learning.
Yeah, okay. I guess you can say that.
Great. Yeah. I like that answer.
All right. Thanks for the...
You didn't
because I want to remember you. I don't want you just to be...
Of course.
You didn't ask him the question, though. You didn't ask him.
Do you like pineapple on your pizza?
Oh, I think everyone is going to hate me in here, but I do not like it. I think it's a personal experience. I guess, people vary, and I'm all open for people that like pineapple on pizza, but I myself, I cannot be a part of that that movement,
You know what? This is my favorite part, where you broke from being all business to being a human, and I like to invest in humans. So
Thanks.
I like your answer.
Thanks. Now, this has loosened me up a little bit, this question,
Yeah.
I'm not intense anymore.
AMAs are tough. I've been on the other side once and I hated it. So I feel for you, but you're doing a good job.
Yeah, it is tense, and thanks for the questions. It's definitely noted down.
All right.
So, Poppa.
Yes, sir.
Is that it, or do we have anything else coming in?
No, I think we covered everything. Unless anybody else has any questions, I don't know, Acer, or I guess that would probably be it.
I think we covered the...
I just have to tell you one more thing before you end it. You might want to rethink your pineapple on pizza stance, because I have selected an unofficial poll, and it seems like all the very wealthy people like pineapple on their pizza. So you might want to. I'm sorry,
people. I'm sorry, investors, but I will not join the pineapple movement. Unfortunately, I cannot. I am sorry. It is in my core to say no. So that's what we're going to stick with.
You know what? Stick to your principles, man. That's
exactly. Exactly.
That's it. But yeah, man. Thank you. I think we can wrap it up. I appreciate you coming on and sharing.
Thank you,
and
Poppa.
being open to suggestions and everything.
Always.
Man.
Always.
It was definitely great.
Poppa has great ideas, so I'm glad you wrote them down. That makes me happy.
Everything has been noted down, because we have to grow this project, and you can't grow a project only solely on your narrow ideas. We want to actually expand this however we can, and I love the feedback, and I love this AMA. This AMA has been very it has brought me a lot of good
not your typical AMA.
Yeah, it's not a typical AMA, there were very good questions, and a lot of things, that have been said that I actually thought about twice, I was like, wait, actually, this is actually, for example, let's say, the funding, that's happening on the deployer wallet to the ad revenue streams. What is the best to incorporate? There's a lot of things I was like, wait, why haven't I thought about this? And, it's right now it sounds logical, and that's why I think this was a very good experience for me, and I want to thank you personally for that.
Yeah, man. And keep in touch. I can, if you ever have
Definitely,
any
man.
questions,
Definitely.
I've always got some kind of answer. But yeah, let me
Thank
go
you.
ahead and end the recording now. Again,
All right.
Melody Money. It's an ERC project, guys. Check it out. Go talk to the team, and they will answer any questions that you might have. So that said, been an awesome AMA at Astronaut Lounge, and